welcome to the second show of our triple header on Super Sunday on HCSE Fan TV. So shall we have a look who came second at Lithuania? What did you think of the best of the rest?
Well, I think like what was said in the previous show about Estonia, I thought this was one of the better Lithuanian finals for a long time. The first three songs were just a different genre and a different style and really, really, really interesting. Overall, very good. I will hold my hand up and say, even though I didn't like Monica Maria in the semi-finals, I thought the final performance was just gentle and stunning, and it actually moved her up into my top three.
Brendan, who were your favourites out of the best of the rest?
My favourites, Il Senso, again, as previously commented, they were my favourite. I just really enjoyed how they all complement each other so well. I can see you don't like that comment, Michelle, but it's just so beautiful. I just thought it's a sweet song. It works very well. Maybe its place is not in Eurovision, but I still really enjoyed that one. Then it was Monica Maria, the country song. I again, as per the semi-final, that's just continued to grow on me. I really, really like that. The camera work is brilliant. Fantastic voice. It's just so professional. Very well thought out. Then my third favourite was Zalvarius. Again, very Jan vibes, very cultural, typical Moldovan vibes. As a whole, the show was very, very good as per the Estonian show. So hats off to them.
Yeah, we've had some really good shows this weekend. It's been a treat, an absolute treat. Thomas, you can give us your opinion on this. What did you think?
It was a very good final. Lots of good songs. Completely agree with everything Brendan just said. His top three of best of the rest are also my top three. Savarina's great voices. I loved the mix between the traditional sounds. Il Senso, what some vocals, amazing voices, and Monica's staging and lighting. It was very, very good. It was very emotional. Yet, and she sung it very well. It was a good selection. And yeah, the group, we have to mention them. A bit disappointing when you consider what they have brought to the contest earlier, but I still think this one was a good participant this year also.
Let's go to Aline.
I just think the group this year was not party enough for Eurovision. They were very group in their core, but I just think it was a bit maybe too boring for Eurovision. Kaboom, I think at the end the Kaboom was like lacking enthusiasm. Like if that's more enthusiasm, or maybe use some fireworks or whatever, they maybe would have done better, I think.
Tom, what did you think of the best of the rest?
First of all, I totally agree with Elliot when he says Kaboom should have been top three as well. The changes they made was amazing. What an absolutely cracking song. This was an absolute joy to listen to. Absolutely loved it in the national final. I thought it had a fabulous performance. I thought it was so unlucky not to make it into the top three. I would have loved to have seen it in the super final. The other song I want to give absolute credit to is We Will Rule the World. Absolute queen. She is amazing. It was brilliant. Yes, okay, I know. I hear you. You say, maybe she couldn't quite hit some of those notes. But song, brilliant. Loved it. Superb. Let's just give a moment for the group. This was possibly the weakest song they've actually had in Lithuania. But do you know what? Still good, wasn't it? Still loved it. Still going to get people on the dance floor. It was amazing.
Nobody's mentioned Queens of Roses, and I don't understand why. It came absolutely dead last. I thought it was brilliant. I loved the harmonies, I loved the dancing, I loved the outfits. I thought they had real stage presence, and they belted it out, and everyone went, no, it's rubbish. So I don't know what's going on, because you liked it.
I thought it was good, yeah. It wasn't my favourite. I wouldn't have put it towards the top, but I was surprised it came dead last.
That's not what he said when we were watching it. Watching it at the end, it really wasn't.
I'm with Tom on We Were Wales as well. It's good to see some good old 70s disco back again. They even got flared trousers. I was corky. That was lots of fun. It was a great one to end with.
I didn't like it.
Didn't you?
No.
And yeah, VB Gang. That was bonkers. I was wondering, because he had like 3 pairs of sunglasses on, and I was wondering, like, every time he came on and did another performance somewhere, like in the pre-parties, is he going to like stack them up and eventually have them like this high on his head?
He's only got 6 eyes. He only needs 3 pairs. Stupid. Honestly. It's like VB Gang. We've seen a lot of daft entries this year. I'm glad it was there. I enjoyed it, but I'm glad it didn't win.
Yeah, and I'm going to agree with what other people said about the Roop as well, because I did like the Roop. It was a nice song. It wasn't their best song, and I don't think it was competitive. It wasn't the sort of song that really worked with the dancing like the other two did. I thought his little dance routines were almost like forced in there just because that's what he's expected to do.
I totally agree with Phil, but don't tell him. I think it was a serious song. It needed a bit more serious staging. I think if he'd have stood there, looked straight down the camera and sang it with passion, I think it would have done really, really well. But they sort of went a bit gimmicky and like, I'm going to do this silly dance. I'm going to wear silly clothes. I'm going to do the thing with my eyebrow that I can't do because obviously I've not had Botox. But, if he'd have done it seriously, I think they would have won. But he didn't. It took away from the song. It distracted you from the song. It's unfortunate.
And be careful, the smooth jazzy one, that was all right as well.
Was that the sexy lady?
Yeah.
That was really good. She oozed sex appeal, and she was slinky, and she sang it, and it was lovely. She looked like she was having a whale of a time. But I don't understand why that didn't do better either, but there's a reason that I'm not allowed to pick songs. So that's the best of the rest. Shall we see who conquered all? There we have it. That was the winner. So 3 went through to the super final, and it was Silvester who triumphed above everybody else. He's a singer-songwriter, he's 26, and he won the TV show I Am a Super Hit. It's translated out. I'm not sure the translation's that good. We won't mention it, but he later did the X Factor as well in Lithuania, but he didn't do very well. But don't tell anybody. So, Tom, what do you think of the winner?
Do you know what? It's an absolute banger, isn't it? It's got a really nice beat going to it. It's going to have everyone clapping. It's going to have everyone getting along. It's going to have people on the floor of the Euro Club. Is it personally my music style? Probably not. Let's face it. If I've had enough of this, probably won't make that much difference anyway. A few things I noticed. I was trying to work out where I'd kind of got the similarity. And he's borrowed the colour scheme, hasn't he? Although Benjamin Ingrosso doesn't necessarily have the kind of vibe on it. But if you look at some of the elements of the staging, they are very, very similar to what Benjamin Ingrosso did with Dance You Off in 2018 for Sweden, which I think is quite interesting. And to be fair, he did quite well. So I think that stands it in good stead as well. Do you know what? They've got a great chance. And I think we're going to see these guys in the final this year. competing. I think it's one of their strongest entries.
Yeah, you're completely wrong about the Benjamin and Grosso thing. It was there was nothing creepy about this whatsoever. Aline, this wasn't creepy, was it?
It was my favorite, so for me it was not really creepy. I already liked it when it was in the semifinals, also because then it felt like the most finished song or finished product to go to Eurovision, and I think that stayed in the final. And then I can see the similarities that Tom makes with Benjamin and Grosso, but I like the song and I think it will do well. I don't know if it will be top 10 or top 5, but we'll see. I'm happy with it.
Well, thank you very much, Aline. I'm happy that you're happy. It makes me happy.
Yeah, that was definitely my favourite song of the night. It's different. It's not like a generic Eurovision song. It's got something about it. Especially like the thing he had across the bridge of his nose.
The cheese grater.
Yeah, I've already seen people doing memes of like grating Parmesan cheese on it and stuff. But yeah, that was a great song. My favourite of the night, definitely.
I loved it. It was so good. This is what we need. We need, the songs so far are all completely different that appear to be going to Eurovision, and this is what I like. It's not ballad heavy. It's not dance heavy. It looked really good. It looked slick. It was just brilliant. It was a good show all round, but this was head and shoulders above the rest. I absolutely loved it. So let's go to somebody else who I know for a fact absolutely loved it. Brendan!
Yeah, not my favourite, not my type of music, but I can appreciate that it's a fan favourite, that it'll obviously have everybody up and clapping, up on the floor, enjoying themselves on their feet. It does draw you in a bit, it does build, just very repetitive. Although I am concerned it might steal votes from our UK entry this year. I just have a feeling that it's going to fit in the same genre.
Nick!
It was really wonderfully staged, and lively electro beat, and I've nicknamed him Noseguard Boy because it's the one thing that it does stick out. Really, really good. Enjoyed it, and I do believe in the televote, his winning score was double that of the second place person, but they only showed it briefly, so I don't know if I've misremembered that.
Thomas!
I can see why it could get people dancing. I understand it, but it wasn't my favorite. But in all fairness, it got the most votes. So for that reason, it was the right winner.
So, gang, what do you think? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Do you think the right song won? Is Silvester Belt the right song? Do you think it will qualify? Do you think it will be in the top 10? Because up to now, we've picked 12 songs, we've all been in the top 10. So at some point, it's going to have to not be in the top 10. Bye!